Hello. Welcome to Experience and Lessons with Vee-Jolly. So we're going to be calling it E&L with Vee-Jolly for the sake of simplicity. And Vee-Jolly is basically my name. I'm Victory, daughter of Jolly, so Vee-Jolly for short. So when you hear E&L with Vee-Jolly, simply means Experience and Lessons with Vee-Jolly. So welcome again, and this is our first episode. So I'm going to basically just be doing an introduction today, sort of telling you why we're doing this, what is the importance of the segment at this time, and how is it going to be of any benefit to you. So please stick around and find out. Welcome back. Okay, so A&L with Vee-Jolly is brought to you by SHCI. SHCI is an abbreviation for Safe Haven for Counselling Initiative, which is an NGO that I founded by the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. And we have quite a lot of goals. One of the scriptures that God gave me, now before I continue, I have to say this. I'm a Christian. I'm unapologetically a Christian. And everything I do based on direction and the wisdom of God. So even this segment is brought to you by God. So you're going to be hearing me talk about God a lot. So just prepare your mind for it. Okay, so back to the point. One of the scriptures that God gave me when I was to start SHCI was the scripture that talks about how He has given me comfort so I can bring comfort to others, and basically gave me a sense of direction. It made me know that I was going to one day, share my experiences with people and use it to help others to heal from their own pains. Now, I'm not saying that I have gone through everything that anybody can go through in this life. Trust me, I've heard stories and my heart bleeds. Like, I know that I've not, like, I have not even gone through crazy things, right? However, I do know that I've gone through quite some experiences that I can share. And this segment is not just meant for me to come and talk and rant. It's a segment where we're going to have other people to come on and share their experiences. So you're not just going to be hearing from me and me all the time. And then there are things that are going on in this world now that I haven't experienced firsthand. We could just talk about them. Maybe there's not even someone maybe we don't even find someone who has gone through it, in reality. But we can have conversations around these issues. It's just basically to talk about real life experiences. So mine, other people's, and general real life experiences, and sort of learn from them, sort of heal from them. I know you may hear this a lot lately. Oh, you need to heal from your pains, you need to heal from your pains. Do not get to a point where it starts to feel cliche to you, like, oh, everybody's all going healing now. It's because it is something that's very important and it has caused more harm to this world than good, because a lot of people have not healed from their pains. And that's why we are here all up in your face again saying that we need to heal from pains. And the best way to do that is for you to hear from other people as well who have dealt with these things, and they can sort of help you, to get that comfort that you need by the comfort that God has given to me and to them. So I want us to be open-minded to this segment, especially if you're someone who has gone through a lot. You know that you've gone through things that have probably even changed you. Because I say this all the time. When you go through a lot, circumstances can change you, can start to change the kind of person that you are. That's why I really don't I'm not really quick to want to judge people, because, and trust me, that's not something that I've known for a long time. I had to learn it just a couple of years ago, to stop judging people and start to understand that they're coming from somewhere, and people are mostly built and based on their circumstances. So basically, your circumstance may have put you in a space where you can tell that something is different about you. Like, you can actually tell that something is different about you. Like, you're just Maybe you used to be this joyful person, used to be this very happy person, and now you're just not happy anymore. You can feel all the anger, you can feel all the hate that is building up on the inside of you, and you just know that, you know what, this is not me. I've come for you. You're one of the people that this segment is meant for, so that we can talk. So that we can talk. We're going to be open to even getting. You can send us messages privately. We're going to tell you how to contact us, as we go on, so that if you want to talk personally, maybe you're not even up for wanting to come and share your experience, on YouTube. You just want to talk personally, you just want to talk to someone, you can come to us and you can talk to us. So this is just a platform to talk. We're going to do a lot of talking. Heads up, we're going to do a lot of talking, and it's basically going to be talking about real life experiences and how we overcame them, or how God was able to help us to change to change these experiences into lessons, that have now helped us and made us stronger. All right. Another reason why we're doing this is because um we intend to break the circle of pain. Now, a lot of us are recycling pain. Like, we're basically just, you know, taking pain around and around in a circle in this world. If you notice, if you really, if you really patiently dig deep, you would realize that the rapist today probably raped themselves yesterday, or was a victim of one form of abuse or the other yesterday. The thief today, or somebody probably stole from him and he felt, what the heck, I might as well do the same. A lot of us are giving back what we have received from the world. We're recycling pain, and that's why the world is what it is today, because we have lost touch with genuine love. We have lost touch with the real definition of what love is. And God has sent me to do this because He is love. And there's no way that our Father, who is defined as love, is going to be happy that his children no longer understand what love is. A lot of us do not understand what love is anymore. And there's no shades. It's just a lot of us that have gotten to this space. It's been because of the experiences we've been through, the circumstances we've found ourselves. And, it's like a defense mechanism. Like, before anybody hurts me, let me hurt them first. And it's like a defense. We've built a wall of defense of, giving hate, so that before anybody throws anything at you, you've already, you don't block them. So basically, this is one of the things that we want to do here, to break this circle of pain that we seem to be going round and round and round in. I used to say this to our SHCI team all the time. I tell them to picture themselves as a child. One of the our focuses, or one of the people that we focus our attention on in SHCI, is are the Almajiris. I'm sure if as a Nigerian, you probably know who the Almajiris are, but for the sake of explanation, unlike what we actually think, they're not Almajiri doesn't mean beggars, it actually means disciples. But most of these children have been sent out of their homes, like some as young as 3 years, to go and take care of themselves, basically sort their lives out from 3 years old. At 3, I don't know, I don't remember anything that happened in my life till maybe like, I don't even know what age to call right now, because I'm sure at 3 years I had no clue what life was. So imagine someone sending me out of my father's house at 3 to go and be looking for food by myself, to go and take care of my Abba. Now, calm down. And most of the time, these children become menaces. Imagine living your life on the street. You watch the people around, some of the children around you die. You have to beg every day to eat. Like, people literally look at you and spit on you because of how dirty you are, how you've probably not taken a shower in weeks, because there's nowhere to do that. And then growing up like that, you grow up like that till you're like 14 or 15 years old. Do you think that kind of person really would still have any iota of love in their heart for anyone? especially if they don't meet people on their journey that actually treat them with kindness. The natural result of that kind of life is that this child is going to end up hating everybody, and they're going to do anything because now they've already had to do anything to survive growing up. So now doing anything to survive is not a big deal anymore. So they'll do anything to survive. They'll do anything to survive. That's why we're not short of all these kind of menaces, kidnapping, armed robbery, different things. Kidnapping is such a crazy thing now in Nigeria. We're not short of it because these children have already lived a hard life, so they don't really see what you have emotions. You feel the way you feel, like oh, what they're doing is wrong because you've not lived the life they've lived. So now, don't get me wrong. Okay, don't get me wrong. Calm down, calm down. I'm not justifying any evil deeds. I'm not justifying wickedness. I'm only saying that sometimes these things result from the kind of life that a person has lived. I heard a story recently of, a man of God. I think it was my mentor saying, giving us the story of a man that, really hated how his father lived. Father used to maltreat the mom, and then he grew up and he started beating his wife. Even though he hated his mom, he just like, but because he had lived in it, that was like his default setting. That's what he's gotten used to. So a lot of us are recycling pain, and that's the circle that we want to break. And it starts from the first point I made. We need to heal. You need to hear from people who have been able to go through this experience, people that have healed from it, or that have survived, that have learned and healed, and then so that you too can embody healing, and then we can break the circle of pain. The last thing I must mention in this introduction, I said it's an introduction, so I'm trying not to bore you with too much talk because there's going to be a lot of talking later on, so be prepared. But for today, let me not bore you with too much talk. Now, the last thing I must say before I wrap up this first episode is that this segment is, I keep feeling the urge to call it a show. Yeah, but this segment is not for slandering. We're not here to come and spoil people's names. Yes, you've been through bad experiences. Couldn't be from. I have experiences that I'm going to share. That'll probably be about my parents, about family, or things like that. It is not to slander anyone. So I'm just going to put it out there. We're not here for any hate comments or anything like that. You can share your experience without sounding hateful. You can share your experience without slandering people. And there's some experience that I was even telling myself, I'm not going to be able to say this out loud because the goal is really not to come and make anybody look bad. The goal is not for me to come here and come and make anybody that I feel has hurt me look bad. No, because at the end of the day, every single one of us are entitled to mercy from God. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. So if I can acknowledge that I'm not perfect, then I should be able to cut someone else, some slack. So we're not here to come and make anybody feel like, okay, yeah, you know what, yeah, I was the victim, and okay, yeah, fine, you probably were at the time, but we're not trying to come and like basically slander our abusers in quote, just for lack of better word. It is not for that. We're just here to stop these things from repeating themselves. So there's going to be utmost respect going on here. There's going to be basically there has to be decency in our speech, in everything. There's no slandering here. There's no we're not trying to make anybody look like, oh yeah, you hurt me, you did this and all that. If you want to do things like that, which is good sometimes, you need to have conversations with people to say, oh, you did this to me, I didn't really like it. It's important, but that's not the goal on here. The goal is to basically share the experience and try to even be as undetailed as possible, if that's the word. So like we're going to try not to go into too many details that would now call for people maybe raising any verbal abuses or insulting anyone that we are talking about. So it's just going to be a kind of sharing the experience on the surface, so that we are just learning. We're learning what we need to learn, and we're not distracted by trying to help get back at abusers or get back at whoever it is that we feel, okay, this session is about. So it's all good energy here. That's my point. Good vibes all the way. I'm going to probably be talking about some things that really hurt me at the time, but you're going to see me laughing a lot because it's all good energy. From here, it's all good energy. Not trying to I'm not coming here with any bitter vibes or anything like that, because I have learned that, like I said, nobody's perfect. I've caught people I caught people like a lot of slack. So yeah, nobody's perfect, and so focus on the learning and not on trying to slander anybody on here. Thank you very much. Now that that's said and done, thank you so much for listening to my ranting. Um, that'll be all for today. That's all I'm going to be saying for this first segment. However, I have a little game I want us to play. I want you to guess guess what my first experience is going to be about. So basically, what am I going to be talking about in the next episode? I have a gift for anybody who can guess this. I promise you, if you get this right, Flesh and Blood didn't reveal it to you. It has to be by this route, because it's not going to be the first thing that pops in your mind. I'm going to see if anybody is having any ideas. If it's looking like people are really like not getting it right, to make the game fair, I'm going to put some clues later on. This is going to be maybe a couple of days after this video is posted, after this video you're watching right now goes live. And we're going to see if the clues help and if anyone's going to win my prize. I'm going to try to be as fair as I can, all right? So don't be afraid. I do hope that somebody wins the prize. Otherwise, I keep my prize to myself.
Okay, so I never thought I would ever say this in my life, because I always looked at it like every time people said it and I heard it on YouTube, it sounded so cliche in my head, like, oh my god, not again. But guess what? I'm here saying it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please and please. Subscribe so you can get notifications when we post new videos. Thank you so much for liking, for commenting, and for subscribing. Thank you. Of course, you want to comment if you want to win my prize. So please do well to comment. All right. I will see you when I see you in the next episode. Until then, have a lovely day. Bye.